Yeah, go live
We're
whenever you like.
live. We
Yeah,
are live
buddy.
now. Here we go. My
Yeah,
first
buddy.
show in almost a month to the date.
Is it?
Yeah. So I've been on with you, but I've just not
Yeah.
hosted one. So like I host the regular one with Elle from the project, but that dropped
Hmm.
off a bit around Christmas just because I think the date we were due to do one was something like Christmas Eve, so we didn't do that. And then with me moving about a bit, I've just had other things that I needed to sort of prioritize a little bit. So it's been a bit of I miss doing it. And then you like, I don't know, it's that period, isn't it? You know, over Christmas and stuff, time just flies. And then I looked and it was like the 15th of December, the last one I did, which is just mental.
Yeah, the last month's gone pretty quick and a lot going on. Oh.
Yeah. Well, you've got a lot going on. You've got a new edition and everything, haven't you?
Yeah. Yeah, that's certainly taken up a little bit of time. But yeah, all good. Yeah, she's doing well. She's baby Astrid. She's part of the squad now. Part of the squad. Different dynamic.
What do you do when you, because a birthday was Christmas, wasn't it?
Mm.
So, you know, like as a parent, do you make a conscious decision to give the kid a birthday 6 months away from Christmas or something? Because I'd have been fuming, mate. You know, as a kid, what you mean? I only get 1 day. Everyone else has got two. You know what I mean? So, what do you do with that?
Do you know what? I've got a mate whose birthday's on the Christmas Eve, and he said he was the youngest of three again, like the youngest of three. He said that it was a little bit shitty in like for the first, well, from the age of about 4 until he was about 15. And then he started wanting to go out, like drinking, and his mates were all automatically going to be out. Like in British culture, obviously, everyone's out on Christmas Eve getting smashed. So it's like everyone was out for his birthday, and it became about his birthday on Christmas Eve when everyone was out. So it was like, he said it became really cool. And now he's old. He's like me. He doesn't really give a shit about his birthday. So he's like, fine. But I know what you mean. We've kind of considered doing it Boxing Day instead. Also considered the whole 6 month thing, but 6 months is my other daughter's birthday, like 2 days away. So she might have a Queen's birthday where we just pick a random day and just go, do you know what?
Yeah.
Your birthday's then.
Well, it's better because I guess, you know, when you've got a few kids as well, you know, if like she's got way more presents because it's a birthday and Christmas, other kids are going to be like, hey, what's happening over there, man?
Yeah. There's people do the conception day as well as the potential, but that's a bit weird.
I don't know that when you get to that age where you understand that you're really celebrating your dad ploughing your mum's probably a little bit. It's a bit weird, isn't it?
Dad's Day. That's effectively what that is, isn't it?
Yeah.
But no, all good. But yeah, big day today though. Big day today.
Yeah. It is.
Open day.
Yeah, I found it a bit. I didn't really know what time anything happened, you know, because I've just been refreshing the page all day, and I think it was about 5 o'clock UK time, weren't it, that it went live?
Mate, I did a recording thing, and it was recording the screen of me signing up, and it was like ding 5 o'clock. I was like, here we go. I'm gonna be Mr. Coolidge, and it didn't go live until like 6 minutes past. So I've got like a 10-minute video, and 6 minutes of it is me just going, oh, refresh. Oh, refresh. But yeah,
I don't know how I feel about the tea. I don't like the blue.
I didn't go for the t-shirt. I went for the patch though. I can't resist a patch.
Where is it? Shall I pull it up so people can see it?
Yeah.
I'm not very good at this shit. Not as experienced in the old share screen. Allow.
The old StreamYard.
Here we go. Is that up? Can you see it?
Not
yet.
There you go. It's coming up. It's coming up. Here we go.
It's there. So, yeah. So what did you go for then?
So after this screen, so when you pick it, I didn't. I just did the $20 select thing on the left, and then on the next screen, when you go to actually pay,
Yeah.
on the end one where you go click pay, it says, "Would you like to add a 2026 CrossFit Games bag patch?"
Oh, that's good. That's good.
And I was like, go on then, add one.
You've
So
got
I
to do
did
the
one.
patch, haven't you?
You got to be done. And I
When
recently, yeah.
Go on, mate. Go on.
Sorry, yeah.
I was going to say, when I were at the games this year, I couldn't find a patch. There were patches, but there weren't one that said CrossFit Games 2025 on. And I really wanted one for my bag just because like I'd been there. I ended up with a pin badge that I managed to poke on there, but love a patch. CrossFitters love patches, don't they?
Bloody love a patch. And I bought my kids tactical bags for school.
Nice.
Like little ones. So they've got Velcro patches. So any patches that I don't use, they go on their bags. They bloody love them.
I'll have to send them somewhere else.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I've got one that says, we've got, get to fucking work.
That's
it.
Yeah,
one
do
got,
that. That'll go down a storm at school. Yeah. But all good. Yeah, so I got the patch and signed up for number 14.
Number 14?
Wow. Yeah.
So if I said to you then, why do you sign up for the Open? Why do you sign up for the Open?
I have to. So Jordan Peterson talks about non-negotiables.
Yeah.
So he says non-negotiables: make your bed and brush your teeth in the morning. Like that you have to do it. Like it's a non-negotiable. For me as a CrossFitter, a non-negotiable is you have to sign up for the Open. It's a mandatory requirement to call yourself a CrossFitter. If you don't sign up, you are not a CrossFitter. That's what's in here. And also, obviously, I've got a fair few years now of understanding what it means, and in terms of all that experience of all those 5 weeks and 3 weeks all added up, they all add up to the Open in my head and what it means, and all the years that have gone by, what stage of life I was at, whether it was before I became a CrossFit trainer and a full-timer. I had to race back from a meeting in the Lake District to get back in time for Friday Night Lights on one of the years. Then another year, it was obviously I opened my affiliate in 2015. So I ran the Opens in my own gyms with my branding in there. And then after that, I had my neck surgery. So I had to go scaled for a year in the Open, but I had to do the Open. And then post-COVID, when I was doing it in random gyms because I'd sold my affiliate for a year, I had to do it there. And then moving to the Isle of Man, I've done this will be my 2003, 4, 5. This will be my 4th Open on the Isle of Man. Every year I've done the Open, it has meant something different to me, and it's a stamp on my life of where I'm at that time. I remember if you told me the workout, I can't, if not like, 90.1, what is it? And I'll go, oh, it's this. If you told me it was the one where we did, I'd go, right, I was in this gym, I was with these people, I remember how it felt, and I remembered how I did. It's like a bookmark in my journey through CrossFit. And because CrossFit means so much to me, and I know what it's done for me, I know it is my life, because every other part of my life revolves and feeds out of what we do at the gym and what I have become because of CrossFit. I have to do the Open in order for my structure to hold in place and to be able to call myself a CrossFitter. It's a non-negotiable. I have to do it.
And so it's all encompassing then. So it's not necessarily a gut check. It's not necessarily a fitness test. It's not necessarily just to support the ecosystem. It's all encompassing, all those things muddled up together in any form. And it might be one reason one year, one reason the next, but they're all sort of fundamentals in terms of why you have to, as you've put it, sign up.
I mean, like, I get the value of the games. I totally do. I understand that this is the first step in this is like the 4th round of the FA Cup. You know, it's the step that a lot of people have to take in order to get to the games. And I understand that the games are the tip of the spear, and it's a celebration of our culture at the end of a season, so to speak, and what it does. But the fact that my subscription supports that means nothing to me. But I don't care that my $20 or £16, what it comes out to at the moment, which is higher than $20 in my opinion. That means nothing to me. I couldn't care less. It's just a happy coincidence that it does go some way to support it. That it's fine. If someone said to me that money got reinvested into affiliate programs or the other parts of the business, that would mean more to me. But it's a private business. I have to pay to sign up for the Open, and that's all that is to me. I don't care where that money goes, to be honest. That means nothing to me. For me, also, it's a responsibility. I have to sign up for it in order to represent CrossFit at my affiliate. I would be a complete hypocrite and, in my eyes, a fraud if I didn't sign up. That would be that.
You know what, mate? I'm like, I think this will be my 3rd year signing up for it. And the strange thing for me is I do it now blindly just to support CrossFit. I'm like, I don't care. Like, I don't need it from a fitness measure point of view. I don't care. I don't need that reality check of my fitness. My fitness is what it is. I like training. I don't train for the Open. I train because I love training. And it's in the last sort of 2.5, 3 years where I've realized, because I had the brand before that, but in the last 2.5, 3 years, I've developed and grown as a person to the point where I've started to really recognize how much you have to give back to things that give to you. And it's not that I didn't before, but for some reason, the journey I've been on in this more recent period of time has taught me that. So now it's like, I will fucking sign up for the Open, whatever it costs, to put back into the ecosystem that has given me so much. And that it's almost that recognition of that in myself I wouldn't even have without CrossFit. You know what I mean? And that's what it is for me. It's not necessarily an opportunity to display my fitness. It's more it's a display of loyalty to something that I recognize has changed me as a person. And I've only developed that over the last probably 3 years. I've been training in CrossFit probably longer than that, but it's, as I grew and got to know more about myself, it taught me to want to give back to people that have done things for me, but also like CrossFit. And that's just my way, I guess. That's the only way I can positively impact it, because I'm not an affiliate owner. Obviously I go to an affiliate and all that stuff, but that was, that's my reason. It's just, I don't care what it will cost. I would do it every single year. You know what I mean? It's just that feeling I have, that debt that I owe, I feel like I owe anyway.
Yeah. And again, like, what kind of coach would I be if I talk to people, PT and in classes, if I talk to people about being accountable and measuring, because we are a scientific methodology, whether we like it or not, observable, measurable, repeatable. This is the ultimate way to do that, to check in. And it's so cool doing the same workout as hundreds of thousands of people globally. Yeah. The hype that you get in you. Like before, it used to be 2 a.m. On a Friday morning. We used to get it. So now we get it a Thursday at 8 p.m. The workouts are released. It used to be 2 a.m. on Friday, and you would be nervous going to bed before on the Thursday night. You'd roll over in your bed and you'd sort of semi-wake up and you'd see a clock and you'd check your phone and it would be like 2:05 or 3 o'clock. And you'd go, oh, I'll have a quick look. And you'd have a look and you'd be wide fucking awake because you'd be worrying about the rep scheme. You'd be worried about where you're going to get to. You'd be thinking about logistics. You'd be worrying about the tape on the floor. You'd be worrying about which ones of your members are going to struggle on what workouts. Bearing in mind, this was before the scaled options came in as well. So there was just one workout. So you're thinking, oh, fuck, Mary's going to get to the muscle ups and then she's going to finish there. What am I going to talk to her about? Like, am I going to give her work to do? Is she going to stop there? Like, where am I going to video from? There's all these things that are going on as an affiliate owner, as a coach. And this is like 3 o'clock in the morning and you are stressing. The number of times I got up at 3, half 3 and just drove to the gym and just sat there on a box, just looking and started taping up the floor and getting the gym ready for the 6 o'clock session. Like, and then they're coming up, and then like the people that are really buzzing and coming in like half an hour early asking about the workouts. There's just, if you emotionally and therefore financially, but if you emotionally invest in the open, what it gives you back is indescribable. It's priceless what you get just from that little $20 pay. You emotionally invest. You get real stressed out every week. But my policy always has been and always will be one and done. I've never repeated an open workout that on those 4 days ever. I do them one and I park it and I'm done and I move on and I don't let it affect my training. Because I know that I go as hard as I should each time. But the open's magical, and people that don't sign up but do the workouts, they're not even doing it half-assed. They're not doing it anywhere near half-assed because they're not emotionally invested. They've got that get out of jail free card. Oh well, wasn't signed up. Sorry, you got to be accountable. You've got to sign up for it, otherwise it doesn't count for shit. And again, along those 14 years. I know that reason and that, well, it doesn't count because you didn't sign up. So therefore, I've made sure that I've signed up, even if I was scaling it. I didn't want to give myself a way out. And I know in the future, I would have looked back and gone, should have signed up. So I don't give myself the get out of jail free cards.
Yeah, to be fair, mate, I think I normally only input my first score because... not through ego or anything, but I just can't do the others. Like I can always do the first one because that's just for mongs like me that are like a bit of grunt work. But as soon as a skill comes up that I haven't worked on, it's not necessarily having not got. So then I'm like, do I just put my RX first week in and then I'm scaled the next week? So I'm like, well, there's no point because people are just putting scores in. So I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm doing that wrong or right. That was a question I was going to ask you, really. So I sign up, I do all the workouts, but I can generally always RX the first one, and then I'm scaled for the rest of the open. So I just never bother putting my score in because I'm like, you get people, don't you, just doing like, it'll start with like 10 burpees and then be a muscle up, and people just put 10 in. And I'm like, do I need to do that? Should I do that? It's like, it's just a bit hard.
I've gone back and forward on this over the years since it started scaling, and I was so, as an affiliate owner, as a coach, I was adamantly against people doing RX, getting 10 reps, and then that's their score, and they automatically come above everyone else, right? I was against that. And then I was convinced over the years, fuck it. You get one chance a year to do that. One chance. In none of the other program workouts in the gym will you have that option. So it's kind of like, do you know what? If someone's scaling all the workouts and they don't want to game it, and that's what they take pride in, fair play. They obviously don't care about the leaderboard as much as that person that wants to get higher up, having done a lot less work capacity, which is fine. And fine. Like if that's how you hold yourself accountable, is that truly being accountable? If you're putting 10 reps for RX to jump 10,000 spaces up the leaderboard, is that being accountable to fitness? We are forging elite fitness. Is doing that forging elite fitness? I'm not
and I guess
sure
that's the thing, because when they open the scales are normally very accessible and you can hammer them, but then you are fucked. So you're getting a great workout. And that's the thing for me, because like I'll go into class on the Friday to do them. I'll look at it and think, well, I'm getting nowhere in that. I want to work out. And then I'm dead at the end. And you're like, I'd prefer to be that than have the ego of a board. And because if ego was important and now I finished, I'd probably actually practice a double under or a muscle up. You know what I mean? Rather than just not bother. Like,
but I get why people would, and I'm not judging them. I don't. As the years have gone by, I get less and less and less and less judgmental. Like I don't judge people. I have an opinion, and I can think badly of them, but I would never judge them. It's not my place to do that.
I think you just need. I think there should just be a minimum work requirement in order. I think Johnny said it on the podcast last night with Pedro and everyone. One of them said it. There should always be a minimum work requirement for RX that at least enables you to get to and perform at least 1 or 2 reps of the high skill movement that's going to be the separator. Otherwise, I just feel like it's a little bit, it's just you're gaming rather than, you're not getting a workout. You're doing it purely for scores on the leaderboard. And if you're at that level, it's not like you're going to be tipping into quarters because you're nowhere near by not being able to get through it. So I think minimum work requirement just makes people get the stimulus. And if it is about forging elite fitness, like you say, then it forces people to make the correct decisions in order to contribute to their fitness. And if you're that bothered, do the work over the next year in order to be able to do what potentially will be really a higher skill or a heavier bar the next time. So,
and again, I see both sides of the coin, the argument, and like, again, I don't judge people, but it's my opinion that we're forging elite fitness. We're not putting right, like Garrett's put on there. I'd put my RX score in. And again, I don't judge people for doing it, but for me, that isn't elite fitness. That's gamifying. That's like playing a game. And for me personally, like I did the scaled option which is great. And if you get that one muscle up, you jump whoop, like massive. But like as a coach, I'd rather see like the year. Sorry, so the year when I had my neck done, it was wall walks double. It was when we did them in the garden and in March
19.1 was it?
Yeah,
was it
was March
20.1,
2020, so it'd be the 2020 workout. We had wall walks, double unders, and there was one with like box jump overs or box step overs with dumbbell snatch and all that kind of thing. And I think it was that, might not anyway. But I had to scale the wall walk and I had to do single unders because of the wall walks. I could physically not go upside down like that because 8 weeks prior, I'd had 2 discs replaced in my neck. So I couldn't physically go upside down. Now, I could have pushed for 1 rep, maybe, in RX and put 1 rep RX and gone above everyone doing scaled. But in my heart, I couldn't say that I'd done forging elite fitness by doing 1 rep and jumping a rep. So I scaled it and I've got no regrets doing that. If you look at the scores from the year 2020, my scores are way down because I just had surgery and I scaled them. And I've got no regrets doing that because that's where I was in my life at that point. So for me personally, again, we talked about earlier why sign up for the Open. That year has a very special purpose for me. My recovery from my neck surgery was specific for the Open. It meant something to me. And it was in my garden with my 2 babies at the time watching in a paddling pool. Like every Open has meant something to me. But yeah, it's one of those where the minimum work requirement is great as well, but you'll get people doing the minimum work requirement. It doesn't matter what minimum work requirement you put on it. Someone will do the minimum work requirement and then stop. So, and for me personally, I know as soon as the higher skill-based stuff comes up, pistols aside, because I just can't do them anymore because of my knees, I can do a minimum of 1 rep of every movement CrossFit offers, everything. But I'm not good at volume for gymnastics because I'm just too heavy. If a 1 rep deadlift came up or back squat or bench press, it won't. It won't. But if it did, I'd do well. But I love powerlifting. That's the element of CrossFit that I lean into more for the training and the ski erg. But they're never going to come up. So when the Open comes around, I do what it is. I do the workouts. I go hard. I use my experience to jump above a lot of fitter people than me because I've just got experience about pacing and I know intimately my capacity with every single bit of kit and how they work in. It's just through repetition and different combinations and rep ranges and trial and error over the years. And again, it's another reason why I'm not a massive fan of like cycling the same workouts and repeating workouts on a cycle for 6 to 8 week blocks. It's why I don't like Murph prep. Fuck Murph prep. You prepare for Murph by doing CrossFit. It shouldn't be specifically training for Murph prep every year. If you're doing enough pressing, squatting, hanging and running throughout the year, you're prepared for Murph. If it's way too much volume or intensity for you on Murph day, you scale back the reps and the distances. You don't do full Murph with a fucking weighted vest. You're
Yeah,
a bell
and I
end
think
if you're doing that, and you're not
Mur-
you're there yet.
Murph's a weird one, isn't it? When you see Murph prep, 'cause I'm like, you can't prep to do 200 press ups. It's just not something you can prep for. You can be good at press ups, but after 50, 60, 70, 80 in a vest, you're down to your twos, ones. You know what I mean? It's not.
Yeah.
I always find that a bit bizarre, but
It's got to. It's part and parcel of what my issue with where CrossFit went at the gym level. Because I personally, I like, I hate to repeat myself a lot, and this is a hot take. Personally, I don't have too much of an issue with HQ and CrossFit and the direction they've been in the last few years. It hasn't really affected me. It hasn't had much of a problem for me. Like, what change has it meant for me? Zero. It's done nothing. I've coached, I've trained, I've done everything. The Open's been on, I've done it. The whole season's gone ahead, and it's fine. Nothing's changed for me, right? The problem for me is at the affiliate level. And it might be because I haven't been an affiliate owner, I haven't gone through what they have. But whenever I ask someone, what is it that you're missing? What is it you've gone through? What is it you feel like you're lacking? What is it you think you're not getting? No one's been able to articulate exactly what that was. So for me, it's the affiliate level that things have kind of dwindled away. And the open participation is that the only reason the open participation was down is because the affiliate owners and the affiliate coaches haven't fully embraced it and they've fallen away. Now, for what reason they did that, we'll probably explore that in the next couple of months, won't we?
yeah, we will. But it's a weird one, that, because it's one of those where, like you said, and I found it on the affiliate series, a lot of people were saying things like they didn't have enough support from CrossFit and this, that, and the other. And no one could really say why, but everybody said it. So that's where I am like you, and I want you to, if you can't articulate a problem to me, you don't have a problem. But then when so many people are kind of saying the same thing, it's like, there's obviously something there, and not being able to put your finger on it. Because what I've found is I've immersed myself in CrossFit UK, even more so since Coaches Congress, and I know quite a lot. So I guess it's those people that maybe aren't as comfortable or just fucking being forward and just plonking themselves in situations where that information is readily available, coupled with the fact communication in any organization can always be better. It's almost like a bit of a perfect storm. And then the easiest thing to do, rather than take responsibility, is look around and blame everyone else but yourself, isn't it? So I think that's probably where it comes. That's what I put my finger on. Because when I started the affiliate series, I thought there was maybe a communication or a slight problem with CrossFit within the UK. And then the more I've immersed myself in it over this last year, the more I don't think there is. I think people just need to get better at maybe articulating problems or communicating challenges, or even CrossFit UK communicating to the affiliates.
Yep.
That's where I've landed.
I think you're right. I think it's meet in the middle time. I think everyone's got to start meeting in the middle. Be less reluctant to meet in the middle. Oh, you haven't done this, so I'm not going to. Like, if you want to be part of that thing, and if you want it to succeed, you can't wait for other people to do shit. You got to do it yourself. And yeah, like we said, we'll see some movement there, I think, over the course of the next few months.
Definitely. So go on, mate. I'm going to take a snip for the reel, snip into a reel. Tell me, why should people do the CrossFit Open in a succinct way that I can clip for Instagram?
Wow, that's pressure.
You're very articulate, mate. You can do it.
I think I already answered this. All right. All right. For the same reason that every damn CrossFit member always says, I wish I'd started sooner, sign up for the Open because you will regret having not done it.
And it's as simple as that.
Yeah. Easy.
So do it. Get your t-shirt, get your patch, get signed up, and get on the floor. Right. Before we go into the bit of fun that I wanted to have with you, talking about things that we're quite aware are completely irrational, but piss us off, I just need to address this comment from Fred Flintstone. What do you think of the Tri-Nations Open not having any paddy representation? Well done on this tease, Steve. Very supportive. You are very welcome, and I just like being a part of it. So the Tri-Nations, for those that don't know, is a competition that Pedro has put together with Method, 179 CrossFit, and CrossFit Glasgow, and they are going together head-to-head to see. They haven't quite worked out the scoring parameters yet. I suggested last night that they should do the top 5 male athletes, top 5 female athletes, and times their scores by the percentage of the member base they get to sign up at each gym, because then it's a completely fair metric across all. So that's a hot take, and they should definitely do that. Because if you just did it on open sign-ups, like Johnny hasn't got as many members as Glasgow, and I think Jamie got more people signed up for the Open last year than Johnny had members. So Johnny would be fucked. So I feel like you need to do some kind of percentage times score. But anyway,
what you just said, was it?
Yeah.
After the Open's finished, or weekly, I guess, you add up all their placing scores. So if I finished first, I get 1 point. If I finish 10,000, I get 10,000. Add up all the members' scores and divide it by the number of sign-ups, and that will give you an average placement globally or by country, and then you rank them by that.
That'd be very complex. You need some good AI, wouldn't you?
I don't know.
Because if you just did your top 5 male and your top 5 female and times it by your percentage of sign-ups versus your member base, that'd be a much easier metric.
But you're not taking into account the wider community. You're only picking your elite members.
Yeah, but I think for that, if you take 5 from each sex in each gym, you're going to get a pretty even split. And I think that's just the measure. Or you just do the percentage of sign-ups via the member base, because that is what really matters.
Yeah. Okay.
But anyway, so I'm seeing quite a few comments because they've posted something on Instagram tonight. And then obviously Mr. Flintstone said the same here. What about no paddy representation? And my understanding is that the gyms that are involved in this were the top 3 within the UK and higher with the most sign-ups in 2025. So Jamie was obviously second in the world. I think Glasgow were 5th in the world. And I'm not sure where Johnny was, but I think they were the top 3 in the UK, and that's why they're included. So everyone's so quick to be, oh, you've not included me. Well, you weren't in the list of gyms that got the top 3 in the UK. So because they made it quite clear on the podcast last night that it might not be those 3 gyms next year. So it wasn't like Pedro selected his favourites. There was a measure behind it, which will be, could change from year to year.
They just so happen to be in 3 of the 4 or 5 countries.
Yeah. So it seems that way.
They could have all been in Wales. But they weren't. Yeah, cool. That makes sense.
So that's it. And you know what, as well. I'm not saying, well, I am, because I'm about to say it. But that post went on Instagram, and immediately someone's commenting saying, "What about Northern Ireland?" You've clearly not read the post, because on the post it says the top 3. And I just think we're so quick as a society, aren't we? Just that's a really cool thing they're doing for the community, and these businesses are coming together to support. And rather than acknowledge anything positive, Freddie Flintstone did there, so I'm not calling him on this because he said very supportive and all that. But they're straight in on, where can I find a negative in this? It's like, do your own. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the thing. There's nothing stopping you from doing it yourself.
Yeah,
nothing stopping you from doing it yourself, and that's something that Savon and everyone in that sort of world has really embedded in me and told me from day one. If you see something, and all the guests that I've had on, if you see something in the market that isn't being done, don't get moody about it. Fucking do it yourself.
Yeah.
And good. That's the right attitude. That's how the economy runs, unfortunately. Anyway.
It is. It's how everything should run, isn't it? It's like, it's about personal responsibility and accountability, and rather than pull people down for what they're doing, just go and do it. Simple as that.
Fuck you. Yeah.
Right. So I'm going to limit you, and well, we're both the same on this. So I'm going to limit us to just 3 each.
Oh,
Otherwise, we're going to
fuck
be here
me,
all
really?
fucking night. Yeah.
I can rattle
So
mine off quickly. I've got a list. There's 16 on my
I'll
list.
tell you what. Pick 16.
Yeah.
So say
this
3
list-
back that say 3 back that we're going to do a deep dive on, and just give me a
Right, okay.
fucking blast of all the other ones. So for context, anyone watching that didn't read the description, these are things that wind Jake up. I'm going to throw mine in as well. But we're aware they're completely irrational things that wind us up. So we're not saying that they should wind everyone up. We know that it's a flaw that we have in being wound up by these things, but nonetheless, they wind us up anyway. So it's not just like your normal list of pissed offness.
Yeah. See,
You're struggling, aren't you?
no, but I'm just going to pick a random 3 because they all mean the same to me, all of them. The bit that I'm struggling with is the fact that they're irrational. Because
to you they're not.
Thinking about them makes me angry.
That's irrational.
Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. I'll pick random. I'll pick a random 3 to be my 3 with a deep dive. Do you wanna? How do you wanna do it?
Well, I'll tell you one of mine, and then I'll just see what you think.
Okay.
One of mine. Oh, see, we've lost it. All the live viewers have left since we said we were going to do this. This is what I'd tune in for. I want to see what pisses people off. What's Freddie saying? It's not a negative. The 4 nations would have greater legs than the top 4 gyms. Plus, you've also got national pride in the mix to make it more fun. Yeah, potentially, I do agree to that, and that's maybe an idea to make it even bigger and better next year. But in the context of what was trying to be achieved this year, that was the reason, as opposed to anyone being excluded. But yeah, if someone wanted to do that, I'm sure that does make sense, mate. So that is a good suggestion. So my first thing, mate, that pisses me off, that I'm aware is completely irrational, is when I see a grown adult using the traffic lights to cross the road on a quiet road, or a lollipop man or something. You know, you're an adult. If you can't cross the road, just fucking stay at home. Like, I hate it. Yeah. I saw one the other day. The road was quiet and he was stood there at the traffic lights waiting for the light to turn green. When the road was clear, he could have walked over. And I'm like, man, like, yeah, so that is one of mine. I'm aware it's irrational, but adults should not use zebra crossing, lollipop men or the lights.
The annoying thing is if that you say anything to him, he's legally bang on. Like, he's like, well, this is what you should be doing. And you're like, no, yeah, but fuck off. Like, just cross over, you dick. I know what you mean.
Yeah, if you consider jaywalking a crime, then you need your hard drive checked anyway.
I don't even think it is in this country, is it?
Yeah, it's just, yeah, you're right. So that's number 1 on mine, mate.
All right. All right, the first one, of the random 3 that I've picked on here, people who scuff their feet, usually valgus knees and their ankles are all soft, and they've got no arse cheeks, and they've got a bad back, and they've just got a shit existence.
So when you say scuff your feet, what you mean? Don't pick them up properly when they walk?
Yeah.
Oh, that might be me, you know.
It just winds me up. It's every ounce of you is lazy if you're not picking your feet up. Like, and it's just so obnoxious. It's like, fuck everyone else in the world. I'm going to be loud with my feet because I'm lacked of tension. And like, I want people to hear my feet scuffing. Do you know the only video I have got from the day my daughter was born was us walking through a hospital, and I had to video it for proof. There was this guy with flip-flops on walking around, and it's like in front of me through a hospital like hallway. And Katie's laughing at me because she's like, she knows that I'm getting angry, and I had to video it just for proof. Just fucking walk properly. Walking.
I feel like
both of them are to do with walking.
I feel like a lot of yours are going to be sound based.
Potentially.
Yeah. You got a thing with.
We'll find out. The next one.
Yeah. The next one is, and again, it's everyone's right to do it, but it's those people that, you know, they fake laugh at stuff that's not funny. And it's not, my problem isn't necessarily with the fake laugh itself. It's that encourages that person that's not fucking funny to keep saying stuff. Like, I know someone in particular is the least funny person I've ever fucking met, but everyone loves him, so they'll laugh at everything he says. I'm like, am I not hearing this? Like, you're just encouraging him to keep talking shit, and it's not funny. So that fake laughing, don't. You don't have to. You're encouraging them, and then after they've gone, they're like, that weren't even funny. Oh, why the fuck are you fake laughing then? Just be quiet. Just accept it.
Yeah, I'm with you there. That's annoying, isn't it? It's like, just be comfortable not laughing at someone. Like, if it's not funny, you don't have to laugh.
It's like thingy, like, you know, like hiding people that hide people on social media because they don't have the balls to unfollow them. It's that sort of, I just hid him because I didn't want to see him. Just unfollow him. Oh, no, he'd know if I unfollowed him. Like, pussy.
Who cares? Who cares? Oh dear. My mate's wife unfollowed him on Instagram.
Your mate's wife unfollowed
him,
her husband,
her husband, my mate, because she didn't like the songs that he was putting on the posts, so she just unfollowed him. And then within an hour of him or her unfollowing him, he got messages saying, "Is everything okay? Are you still with like her?" Like,
fucking hell.
Yeah. All right, number 2. Where's the 2? Oh, soup.
Because they slurp.
Yep. And just
so that's 2 for 2 on sound.
Like, it's not food. It's not a drink. It's nothing. It shouldn't even be a thing. Imagine if someone said, "Here's a bowl of watery shit with bits in it." It's like, why would I want that? And people go, and it's got its own spoon. Imagine something that's not even a food having its own bit of cutlery. It's so shit, and it's just the noises and the slurping and the people getting excited about a bowl of soup. Oh, fuck off,
mate. I used to get so excited about soup. So I once weighed 17 stone. You know, I weighed 17 stone, and I probably didn't pick my feet up because I was incapable. The only good thing it did for me was develop some of the finest calves you'll ever see. But
I love calves.
I lost that weight way before I started training. Like, I used to play footy and swim, and then when I got to 21, I just got battered and ate kebabs, and then couldn't play football, didn't do anything. And I got up, I like peaked at just under 17 stone, and because I was still lazy, I was disciplined but lazy. Get that? So I wanted to lose the weight, but I didn't want to have to do anything to lose the weight. So I just ate soup. I used to have a bowl of cereal for my breakfast. I'd have a bowl of soup and a packet of Walker's plain crisps for my lunch. And then for my tea, I'd have a bowl of soup and 2 slices of buttered bread. And I ate that, and I lost 4 stone just doing that and nothing else. I was just under 13 stone by the time I finished. Did not train once, mate.
Soup.
That's why people don't need a Zimpic. Just be disciplined in your laziness.
Yeah, just have soup and cereal. Yeah. All right.
So I'm a fan of soup.
What's your third one?
My third one is, right, people not understanding that nobody likes their kids except them. You know, so when you're in a supermarket and they've got them little trolleys, or when they're pulling their own case in an airport and they think it's cute and they're just getting in everybody's way. Like, that is your kid, and I get that you love it, but we don't. So if it inconveniences me even slightly, I'm going to have a visceral reaction of some script. I'm not going to take it out on the kid because I am, you know, I'm a man of integrity, but it does cross my mind.
Yeah, that is annoying. Like the to add to that, as a parent, if ever my kids are being a nuisance or a pest, I am the first fucker to get them out of there or sort them out. I cannot stand kids that are just let loose and everyone else has to deal with them. So I'm right with you there. Right with you there. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that one isn't so irrational, actually. Maybe that's
I think
pretty fair.
Yeah, I think that's perfectly normal behavior.
Yeah, people just
right, my
wouldn't
third
admit
one.
it, would they? Because it's not cool.
Yeah, who cares? People who lick lids of like yogurts. It is the worst thing in the world. Like,
I mean, is that a sound thing again? Because I bet you've got ultra hearing you. I think you're like a deer or something.
It's everything to do with it. It's the passion and the effort they put into it. Mate, you've got a whole pot of yogurt. I know you're going to scrape around at the bottom of it as well for every fucking tiny little morsel at the end of it. Just have another one. No one gives a shit if you have a second pot of yogurt, mate. Have another one. And you're not running out. Right? It's the licking. And it's like they always make eye contact with someone as well. And they're having a big fat fucking tongue just up and down this lid. And they get so passionate and emphasis. And then where do you put the lid once you've licked it? And it's like, just eat your yogurt. You don't have to, and it's the noise. And they go, as well. It's like, oh my God, like, just leave the lid alone. It's the worst thing. And the worst person to do that is like your dad. Because
they make more noise when they eat anyway. When they get to a certain age, you lose that ability to.
No, because he's showing you what his tongue does. And it's like,
God.
Yeah, I don't want to see that. Don't ever do that around me, please. So next time your dad's eating the yogurt.
Yeah, but I think. Yeah, but you're putting that picture you're seeing somewhere else. So I think you have to take a bit of responsibility for that.
But it's the passion in it. It's like, it's just basically you're just licking. Like, yeah, there's no need for it. It's completely redundant. It's just have another yogurt. It's really not that bad.
I'm not a lid licker, but I do like to, when I've got my bowl, because I like the only thing I can think of, I eat oat, like a lot of overnight oats. Sometimes I'll have them in a bowl, sometimes in the Tupperware, and I do get my finger in and like rub it around the bowl and like lick my finger. How do you feel about that?
That's fine because it's quiet. It's quiet. Like the finger, you might
so
get
we're back to noise, free for free.
Yeah, you might get a little like a rub of the finger through the bowl. I'm fine with that. It's the noise of the clunking of the spoon, and people don't give a shit. They don't hear it. They're deaf to the noise they're making, and I just sit there thinking, what are you doing? Like, you haven't missed any. It's fine. Put the spoon away. You're finished. Oh, right. I've got my list. Do you want me to rattle through my list?
This just reminds me of when you were on that ferry and you sent me the video of the people eating the crisps and boiled sweets and stuff, and you were like, I could see in your face that I think it was a good job you didn't have a weapon. It could have gone postal. I
forgot my headphones. That was the worst bit. I was forced to listen to these incompetent people eating around me. So, talking of which, the first one I'm going to rattle through them. People who eat crisps with that loud crunch. So where they'll put it in their mouth and they'll bite it with the back teeth before their mouth's closed, and it goes from the back of their mouth to the front, and they've got their mouth open as they crunch it, and you hear that.
So you get the full crunch.
Every crisp, yeah. People who sneeze really fucking loudly to get attention because they were starved of it as kids. Their parents probably hated them. So those kids, the people that go and they sneeze really loudly. Totally unnecessary. Fuck you. You do not need to be sneezing like that. If I can sneeze normally and cover it up, so can you. When people sip things and do that thing with their lips as if to say, I'm tasting it. When they go, that.
Just so you know, we're 6 for 6 on noise so far for you.
This one isn't. Shit parking. When people park badly.
Oh, yeah. Fucking hell.
If you can't park a car properly, you shouldn't be driving a car. Like, people go front
on that, mate.
And they're at an angle.
One thing that pisses me off about that as well is, even if you don't know you've parked badly, in the moment. When you get out of the car and take a couple of steps, you notice, and then you're just a dickhead because you're not going back. The amount of times I've thought I've parked right and seeing it, and you get an extra step and you're like, oh no, I can't. And you go back because you're not a dickhead. It's like, that's a big one that.
Quiche. I hate quiche. Everything about quiche, the name, what it is, it's like a gay pizza. I don't like it. Just the smell, just everything about it. Pedophiles. I don't like pedophiles. I hate them. Racist.
I'm not sure that's completely irrational. You know, I think most people are in the camp of hating pedophiles and racists.
All right, okay. Those stick things that you had as a kid that made a vomit noise when you turned it upside down. Do you remember that thing that went?
Oh yeah,
one of those things.
What the fuck were they?
Oh, if anyone had one of them, I threw it over a hedge or something. People that pronounce turquoise wrong. Have you ever heard someone say turquoise?
No, that person's like damaged. Surely no one says that.
I've heard at least 2 people say that. When people haven't this is really annoying one. When people don't mask up properly when they paint walls, and then you get a little like line or you know when you mask up for painting.
Sorry, I thought you meant like wearing a mask to protect yourself from the paint fumes.
Oh no! When you put the masking tape up and they do it wrong, and then there's like lines and splats and stuff. Don't like that. The noise people make when they play basketball. So you know that squeak of trainers on the floor?
Yeah.
That really annoys me. I can't deal with that. I have to go away. People who use the wheels of suitcases. So you know when you got when you pull the handle up, you go, and then you pull the wheel along, and it goes, and it's like the airport. You get loads of lines that you have to go over, and it's like, and it's like, pick it up, go to the gym, do farmers carries like everyone else, and just carry your suitcase, because I don't want to hear every crack of every pavement slab that you're going over with your fucking suitcase. Okay. Next one was lids. Pele. I don't like Pele, and he really annoys me, and I don't know why. Whenever I saw his face,
he's got a weird shaped head, hasn't he?
Yes, there's something about how gleeful he is. I don't like how happy he always was. It might have been the Viagra, to be fair.
I feel like as well, he looked the same for about 30 years as well, didn't he? His face, from when he burst onto the scene at 16, was the same right up until he started popping pills.
Yep. The roofs on holiday that you can see from your room that are flat and have scabby plants growing on them. Do you know what?
Oh, yeah, that's vile, isn't it? Yeah. You think, I'm in quite a nice place here. Then you look out, you're like, oh my God, what is going on?
It's
that's
like,
a good one.
No.
That's a really good one.
Those scabby flat roofs with shitty plants on top and weeds. And you're like, oh no, I've got a bad shithole. People who say outdated words on purpose to sound older and more experienced, and like, oh, that was what it used to be called. It's like, no, just you know what the name is now. You know that it isn't like Woolworths anymore. Like, just grow up.
And also, mate, then people that do that, they don't. Some of them weren't even around when the thing was a thing. Yeah. They've just heard about the thing. So it's like, I know someone that calls the radio wireless that's like not even 30. And it's like,
on that, here's a
which is ironic, actually, because it is now wireless, isn't it? Yeah, everything's wireless. So
it's gone back full circle.
Maybe it'll come back.
One thing that really does, this is a hot take, and I'm probably going to piss off loads of people here, right? But in the CrossFit world, when people go, oh, wasn't 18.2 really hard? And they started CrossFit in 2022. It's like, what? You weren't fucking there. Oh, yeah, but we did it last week. Like, yeah, I know, but you weren't fucking... And then they'll go, oh, do you remember when Rich did that, did the Open against Sam Briggs? Yeah, I do. Do you? Like,
yeah, I remember it. I haven't... There's a difference between remembering and seeing, yeah.
Yeah, I was watching it live, dear. Okay, so don't come to me with all this. Oh, do you remember when? Yes, but you don't, because you weren't there. So stop trying to get in.
Go on, mate.
All right.
Since we're on CrossFit,
Yeah.
we'll have to do one each of CrossFit because I need to get off in a sec.
Yeah.
Do one each of something that winds you up the most in CrossFit.
Ooh.
I'll go first while you think, because I thrust it upon you. And it was mentioned on a podcast. I think it was the one Jamie, Johnny, and Pedro did recently. And when they talked about it, my God, it gets me. So when people in Boxmate there's a comments thing where you can put comments on your workout, and it's meant to be, you know, so you can articulate the scale you use. So when you come back to do the workout whenever later, you can see and track and measure. And people put the most ridiculous things in there, you know, like to justify the shit score because it's about their ego and how that score looks to everyone else. So it'd be like, had to use ski one round instead of row, like, or like, maybe that's fair because that'll give you a measure. But you know, when it's like, didn't sleep well last night, or like, I wasn't feeling it today, you know, that kind of stuff that's just like, you can tell it's ego driven rather than data they're going to use the next time they do the workout to track their performance. And I think that always gets me. I think that's fucking brilliant. Yeah. Or like a proper paragraph about absolute nonsense that has no relevance.
Excuses only sound good to the people using them.
Yeah, and that's another one. People that, you know, qualify for CrossFit events, whether that be the games, semis, whatever, and they put that black and white picture on Instagram with a monologue of excuses as to why it didn't go well. They're a UK athlete who shall not be named, which is quite ironic. But he used to do it every time, and it was like it's to the point where even his mates, we used to take the piss out of him to him about it, and it was just like,
bloody hell. I've got one that you can clip, and then I've got a real one. All right, my biggest pet peeve in CrossFit is people that don't sign up for the Open.
Okay, right. And then do the workouts anyway.
Oh yeah, that's an actual one.
A gym that de-affiliated and now calls it functional fitness. Let's go for the full full banger.
Fit. All right, here's one. People that are late for class.
Yeah, oh, true. Yeah.
I know, and look, I know now and again people will be late and it's out of their control. I know that. I'm not a complete tyrant dickhead, right? I know people are going to be late. Who I'm talking about is that member, and every gym has at least 3, right? That will, every single session that they come to will be 3 or 4 minutes late. Every time without fail. And they never say sorry. It's always an excuse, or there isn't one. They just show up and they don't say a word, and they never change their behaviors, and they never get there on time, and they find it funny, and they embrace their reputation as being the late one, and they don't care. That is the worst thing in the world to me, having a bad reputation of being late for shit. I cannot stand being late for anything. So when these people flaunt it and have it as of a pride thing, I swear they sit in their car around the corner looking at their clock and they're going, right, I want to get maximum attention today. I'm going to be 3 minutes late. I'm going to walk in the loud door and make a bang with my bag so everyone turns around. The coach has to stop the briefing and everyone sees me. So, and then they wait around the corner and then they wait 3 minutes and then they go in. It just irritates me because they never change their behavior. They never change. They never change. And they're like that in life.
Yeah, it's that. It's being late in general. Being late in general is just, I'm with you. I fucking hate it because it's like saying your time isn't as important as mine.
Yep.
And, you know, like, I will never tolerate anyone ever, you know, that works for me, with me, that's constantly late. Like, I'll nip that in the bud straight away because you have it. Like you say, I've had it every job I've ever been to. Every CrossFit class is always that person that's always late. And it's like something can't happen every time. You are choosing to make a decision that makes you late, that means you are valuing your time over everybody else's. And it's just absolutely disgusting. Disgusting.
Yeah, gross, isn't it? But yeah.
Because you know, don't you? Like, there's certain people that if they're late, you're like, fuck me, they might be dead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you know they'll never be late. Like, I consider myself late if I'm not 10 minutes early. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I freak out. I want to get there, get settled, be prepared, whatever I'm doing, and then go in at my leisure and enjoy what I'm about to do. Not like be rushing about and unsettled and, you know, like, I don't know, one AirPod in and half an hoodie on and like no pants. You know what I mean? Like, how do you go through life like that?
I've got no idea how they get by. They must be so stressed out all the time.
Yeah, but they're not actually, because they don't care, because their time's more important. So I think that's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess so. All right.
So in close, I'm just going to say that we have recently moved into our new space for Defiant Print Services and the Defiant Co. Me and Tori will probably jump on at some point and talk about it, and we'll show off the office in a little bit because people won't have seen it on socials because we haven't put anything on yet. But this is day 10, I think. So we moved in on the first Monday back, and we've been in 5th of Jan up until now. So we're pretty much all operational, and when we are, we're gonna showcase it, mate. And it's just exciting. So I just wanted to share that with the people.
Congratulations, mate. Well done.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming, but it's been a massive team effort. And like, even like, you know, this is again what we talked about at the start about like being thankful for people that have helped you on your journey. You know what I mean? Like, you've helped with that in the year I've known you. There's people up and down the CrossFit space and community that I would never have met, and they've all contributed to where we are now as a business. Like, you know, like Travis all the way over in America from Vindicate, he's contributed to our journey. You know what I mean? If you give back and you do the right things and you surround yourself with the right people, then everything can get better and everyone can contribute. But you also remember every little thing that someone did that contributed to it. And it's not in a keeping score way, it's just in a you value it. And that brings us back around to, you know, for me, why you should sign up for the Open in closing, because it is open, registrations are open, is because you can give back to this thing that will give you everything. If you're willing to make it a mutual thing, it will give you everything. It will make you fitter, it'll make you better, it'll make you work harder, it'll make you make better friends, meet better people. It'll just, you will never turn your nose up at any hard work, and you need to give back to something that gives you that much, because it just makes you bulletproof as far as I'm concerned, in your mindset, in your mentality, and in your fitness and your health and everything that comes with it. And signing up for the Open, you might not see it as that, but it contributes to that ecosystem massively. And that for me is why everyone should go and sign up now. And also, if you do, the Defiant Co is giving every single person that signs up for the Open a £10 voucher, completely free, off our own back, no minimum spend, no nothing. If you sign up for the CrossFit Open, send us a DM or an email with a screenshot of your registration. We'll immediately send you a £10 voucher to use online. So what
How
more
generous.
could you want?
Amazing. Absolutely incredible. Thank you.
Thank you. Right. Big things to come. Announcements soon. But for now, thank you very much, Mr. Chapman.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.